first memory of me on a bike would be with my father in the Phoenix Park. I was very small, maybe, I think I was about 5. And I remember it was an autumn day because there was lots of brown leaves on the floor. So that was my first memory of cycling. I grew up in Ireland. I grew up in the capital, a city called Dublin. When I was 7, I moved to the countryside, so on the opposite side of the country, in a place called County Mayo. So I would consider myself a country woman.
So in cycling in general, it will never get easier, you just go faster. So every time you train, every time you want to achieve something, you have to go faster. So every time you'll be under pressure, every time you'll be under pain, every time you need to wake up in the morning or take your bike in the car and start riding. And I think the hardest part is for everyone. You just jump on your bike and the first few kilometers. Then when you start rolling, you're fine.
I know exactly when the idea came into my head. So I was driving from Abu Dhabi to Dubai, and at that moment, at that time in my life, I was doing a lot of riding. So the schedule was very routine, like it was very monotonous, I would say. So I tend to get bored very easily. So I thought to myself, why don't I cycle from Abu Dhabi to Dubai? I was thinking, yeah, that'd be a really good idea, because I don't think any female has ridden on a bike on the highway from Abu Dhabi to Dubai. So I thought, yeah, that's a really, really good idea. So I came into work and I saw Ruslan at the desk and I said, Ruslan, come here, I have an idea. And I told him the idea and he said, no, I think you can do something better than that.
I remember it was Monday morning when she came and she said, I want to do a new challenge. And she always planning a new challenge every year, like a big challenge, and to have something being covered and something like to set a goal to work for it. So she said, oh, I would like to do a ride from Abu Dhabi to Dubai by my own. Then I told her, okay, you want to do a challenge, let's do a proper.
When I told my parents about the challenge, the 7 Emirates, they weren't at all surprised. In fact, their reaction was quite normal. I've always kind of done things out of the norm, and for them to hear that, they were happy for me, and they knew that I could do it. They didn't doubt me at any stage. They didn't really say, no, you can't do that, you won't be able to do that. They were supportive, and my dad was really behind the idea. My dad he used to do professional marathon running, so he was very excited about it. But they didn't doubt me at all. They didn't worry about my safety or how I would do it. They just accepted it in a very normal way.
The preparation was quite short, so this is not long, so we didn't have a lot of time to plan. I remember it was, I think, mid of March. So basically, to choose the map, it was as well a lot of work. So basically, we went to the Google map first to check and to have an idea as well where the 7 Emirates, how they're located, which road to use, how many mountains we climb, how many downhills we have, what the elevation profile, which safe roads to ride as well, which is not safe, which road we are allowed to ride as well or not. Are we allowed to ride on the highway or not? Are we allowed to be in Sheikh Zayed Road or not? These were questions we had to answer.
Okay, so cycling at this grand scale, like the amount of time that we will need to spend on the bike for the distance that we cover means that we have to prepare specifically, okay? So it's no use going on short rides. We need to get kilometers in the legs, as they say. So endurance rides, time in the saddle. So we used to do like 100 plus Ks on our rides. 150, I think one time we had to do a 170 kilometer ride in one sitting. The next thing was making sure that everyone was committed to the challenge. So we had a couple of people that said they were going to do it, but then kind of dropped out. So that means that we have less manpower. So in the end, we had 5 people.
Ako si Edmar Magbitang, Pilipino. Nagtatrabaho ako ngayon sa B-Sports Bike Shop, Dubai. Ang una kong karera, nung high school ako, sa amin sa Pilipinas. Tapos nag-stop ako dahil nag-aaral ako ng high school. Nung high school ako, naoperahan ng appendix ang tatay ko. Kahit mahirap man tanggapin na mag-isang kumakahid yung nanay ko, tinutulungan ko siya sa pagtitinda. Sa hirap man ng buhay, naisipan kong mag-abroad, kaya tinetext ko yung kaibigan ko, si Albert Primero, na tulungan niya akong magpunta dito sa UAE. Tapos na-hired ako 2007. Tapos nag-resign ako 2014. Na-hired ako dito sa B-Sports bilang mekaniko. Tapos December, hindi ko akalain na manganganak ng biglaan yung misis ko. Buti na lang marami akong kaibigan tulad ni Alvin at saka ni Jeman, ni Noel, at mga iba kong kaibigan na nagtulong-tulong sila, si JR, tulong-tulong sila na pahiramin ako ng pera para maibigay sa hospital kasi premature yung anak ko. Salamat po sa kanilang lahat dahil tinulungan ako.
For the media coverage before the event, we approached few TVs, few magazines, few newspapers. In the beginning, no one believed that we can do it. No one wanted to support it because they said it's too long. They said it's possible to do it 24 hours. It's never been done before on that speed, on this kind of idea. It's done before. Few people done it for charity for over few days, but no one managed to do this distance in that time. So everyone was like, okay, you sure you can do it or not? Then everyone kind of stayed away from it. The only person who supported from the media was Andy from Cyclists Middle East.
He's a cyclist himself, very, very cool guy, and he was on the idea. He had belief that we could actually do it. So I was like, thank God. So Andy Sherwood covered the event. So he wrote about it and published it before we actually did the event. So it put the pressure on us to actually do what we said we would do.